Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to move files to year-wise folder in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is that suppose we have some files in a folder, then based on the last modified date of the file we will get the year from it, and then we want to move the file to the year-wise folder in the destination folder. So suppose if we have a file and the last modified year of the file is 2024, then the file should be moved to the 2024 folder in the destination. And in case if the 2024 folder does not exist, then the package should be able to create the 2024 folder. And in case if the folder does not exist, then it should create the folder automatically. So let's see how we can do that using SSIS. So let's jump to the demo. So in my D files folder, I have folder source folder. Okay, so in the source folder, I have different files here. So if you look at the last modified date of the folder, so these files of 2021, right, all these files of 2021, so these files should be moved to the 2022 folder. Similarly, all these files, they are of 2022, and these files, they are of 2023, and then one file we have of 2024. So all the files from this particular folder, they should be moved to the folder inside the dest folder. So inside the dest folder, the package should create a folder like 2024 or 2023 or 2022, and then move the file accordingly to the respective folder. Okay, so let's see like how we can do that. So now we have two options. The first thing will be that we need to just loop through all the files in the folder. Okay, so we have different kind of files: CSV, zip, Parquet file, XSD, XML. So we need to loop through all the file and now get the last modified date of the file. Then from the last modified date we can get the year, and now we need to check that if the year exists or not in the destination folder, and if the folder does not exist, then create the folder and then move the file from this location to the new folder. Okay, so let's see like how we can create the SSIS package for this one. So this is my blank SSIS package that we are going to use today. Okay, so first of all we need to create few variables here. Okay, so the first variable that I will create is, it will be the source folder. Okay, so I can say that's it, source folder. So the data type will be a string here, and in the source folder we can provide this particular location. So the source folder location will be used to loop through the files in a folder. So in this particular location we want to loop through. So tomorrow if you want to, for example, move the files from another location, so you just need to provide the location here. Okay, so that's the only change that you need to do. Now the another folder that we need to create is the dest folder. Dest folder will be the location in which the year-wise folders will be created. Like the year-wise folder should be created at this location. So this will be the dest folder. So I can copy this path and paste it here. Okay, now we need to create a year SSIS variable. Year SSIS variable, it will be of type a string, because this will be used to concatenate the value to the dest folder, right? Because inside the dest folder we want to create the year. So for example, by default I can provide a value as 2024. Okay, so we have the source folder, we have dest folder, now we have the year. Now we want to create a final dest folder, right? The final dest folder will be the combination of dest folder plus year. Okay, so the data type will be string here, and now because we want to concatenate the SSIS variable, so we can just take the dest folder, okay, plus / 2 times double quote plus year. Okay, so this is how the concatenation can be done. So we want to create a folder with this name 2024 at this particular location, and the value of the year will change according to the file. Okay, and the dest folder value is coming from the SSIS variable. So I can say okay. So this is good. Now the last variable that we want to create is the file path, because this will be the file path will contain the value of the file, I mean the full file path. So from the file path we can get the last modified date and as well as we need the file path in a variable so that we can move the file from the source location to the destination location. Right now I can just copy any value from here, okay, and I can paste it here. This, the value of the file path, it will be changed by the for each loop container at runtime. Okay, so these are the SSIS variables, those we created, and now we can just use the for each loop container. So I can just drag and drop the for each loop container, because the for each loop container will be used to loop through all files in a folder. So I can just configure the for each loop container now. I can go to the collection, and from the enumerator type I can select the file enumerator. The file enumerator is used to loop through the files in a folder. From the expression, from the property, I can select the directory property, and the directory property value, it can come from the source folder. So tomorrow if you want to loop through another folder, so you can just provide the value to the source folder SSIS variable. So I can click OK, OK. Now file type will be star.star because I want to just move all the files, so that's why I can use the star.star. From the variable mapping, I will select the file path. So for every file, the value of the file path will be assigned to the file path SSIS variable. Now I can click OK. So we are good here. Now the first thing that we will do is that we will just drag and drop the script task into the for each loop container. Okay, because in the script task we will actually get the year of the file, so that the file can be moved to the same folder. So I can just rename it, and I can say it get year from file. Okay, so I can right click on it and click on edit. From the read only variable, I just want the file path SSIS variable, because I want to get the last modified date from the file path. In the read write variable, we will actually assign the correct year value to the year SSIS variable. Now I can click on edit script, so that the script editor window can be open for us. Alright, so the script editor window has been opened up, and now we can just write a file path. So this is the SSIS variable, the first, and this is the second year. Okay, now we want to get the last modified time from the file. So we can write date time dt equal to then system.io.file.get last write time. Okay, now inside the braces we can just pass the file path value. So we have the file path here. So what I can do, I can declare a variable here, string file path, okay, equal to dts dot variables, and then we can just copy the file path from here, dot value dot toString. Okay, so this is how we can get the value of the file path into a local variable file path. Now I can pass this local variable here, and then I can provide the semicolon here. So here in the date time we can get the last write time of the file. Okay, however I want the year from the date, so I can declare a variable string, and I can call it as year equal to dt dot year dot toString. Okay, I have selected the year as string type because our SSIS variable is also of string type. Okay, so this is good now. So now I want to assign the year back to the year SSIS variable. So how I can assign it? I can copy this value, paste it here. Now instead of the file path we can provide the year, and now we can assign the value from the year local variable. So these 4 lines of code, this can do the magic, and it can get the year from the file path. So that's the only thing. Now I can go to the file, exit, and then you can click on OK. So our script task has been completed, and now we just need to create the directory first. So we need to check if a directory exists or not. So what we can do, we can use the file system task for that particular thing. So we can connect the script task with the file system task, and I can call the file system task as create directory. Okay, and then I can right click and configure this one. So the operation will be create directory here. From the source connection, is source path variable, like is the value of the create directory is situated inside a variable, so we can say yeah, true. And then from the variable we can select the final dashed folder path, because in the final dashed folder path we have the actual value of the folder that will be created, year wise folder. Okay. And then use directory if exists, so in case if a folder already exists, so can we use it, so we can say true, yeah. Otherwise if you will let it false, then what will happen, if a directory will already be there, for example 2022 directory is already there, and in case if it will try to create the same directory, then the package will fail because the directory already exists. So you should always set it to true. In case if the directory already exists, then it won't create another directory and the package won't fail. So here in the operation we are actually going to create the directory, so I can click OK. So it will create the directory at this particular location. Now once the directory has been created, the last task will be to move the file from the source folder to the destination folder. So we can use the file system task again and then connect the create directory with the file system task, and I can call it as move file. Okay, now we can configure the move file. So from the operation we will select the move file operation, and now inside the source connection, is source path variable, so we can say yeah. So we need to provide the value of the source file path. So our source file path is situated inside the file path variable, so I can select the file path variable from here, because when the for each loop container will iterate through all the files, so it will get the current file path inside the file path SSIS variable. Now inside the destination connection we can just provide the destination folder path. So is destination path variable, so we can select true. Then we need to select the destination variable. Our destination variable is the final dest folder. Final dest folder means the dest folder plus the year folder. So we can select this option, override destination. So for example, in case if a file already exists, so can we overwrite it, so we can set it to true, yeah. In case if a file already exists in the destination folder, then it can override the file. So this is the only setting that we need to do. Now I can click OK. So our package is ready. So if you look at the source folder, so we have the file from different year like 2021, then 2022, 2023, and then 2024. However, if you look at the dest folder, so inside the dest folder we don't have any year of folder. So ideally it should create the 4 folders here, 2021, 2022, 2023 and 2024, and then it should move the respected file from the source folder to the destination folder. So I think we are good here. Let's execute the SSIS package. So the package ran fine, and now if I go to the dest folder, so I can see the 4 folders here. 2021 folder, so it contains all the files those were modified in 2021. Same way if I go to the 2022, so I can see all the files those were modified in 2022. Same way if I go to 2023, so I can see all files modified in 2023, and in 2024 I got only one file. Now if I look at the source folder, so the source folder should be empty because all files have been moved from source folder to the destination folder. Yeah, so I think that was the video for today. Yeah, I can share the script from the script task, like 4 lines of code, so you can download it from the link in the description of the video. Yeah, so I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.